And now, from the Florida Today Information Center, covering Central Florida's Space Coast. Today in Brevard, your source for community news and information.
Put on your dancing shoes because today's show is all about Hello, I'm Shauna Maggard and welcome to Today in Brevard Lifestyles. Dancing with Brevard is the major fundraiser for the KLD Youth Foundation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping youth who are at risk from graduating high school meet that goal. We head to the KLD Learning Center in Merritt Island and meet the students who benefit from Dancing with Brevard.
It's not a school, it's a family. One of these staff members or a teacher, they'll ask you how you're doing, if you're okay, like how you're feeling. They actually care, and you can tell there's a big difference from public school and here.
Commonly, if I were to say to the public that we service at-risk kids, they envision the stereotypical child who may have been in trouble with the juvenile justice system or maybe a delinquent, if you would. That's not the case. These are just at-risk children that are at risk of not graduating from high school for many factors. And on that spectrum is a wide variety. It could be children with a learning disability or children with diverse living challenge. Could be that they're homeless, could be that they've aged out of foster care, many factors. So we take those kids, we give them a nurturing environment. Our children will, most of our students would, if asked, would say that it's like a family here. And we do. We become a surrogate, if you will, in watching their grades, trying to fulfill what their need is, from feeding them to clothing them to educating them, and just in trying to teach them that their todays do not define their tomorrows, and that all things are possible if they kind of dig in and we can make it happen.
In Osceola County, I wasn't doing too good. I tend to get into little tiffs with my teachers, disagreeing on how I thought things should be. So I hardly ever went, so that in turn ended up to me failing. So I decided that I needed to figure things out and do better. Here, everything was great. At first, like my first year, I was still a little rebellious because it was still in the middle of the transformation. And around the second year is really when I opened up to all of the staff and everything and became more like a family. I respected them, they respected me. I'm currently in BCC Community College, gonna transfer to FSU for my bachelor's. Yeah, I want to intern at the end, have my master's, and be a college professor.
KLD started, like we said, in 2003, but was a vision that was born in about 2001. You know, obviously I grew up here in Brevard County, and you know, we had challenges as a family, you know, financially and different things, and I bounced around from house to house from about 8 to 14, and you know, 14 years old, I met a beautiful young woman at Edgewood Junior High School, and you know, started the process of courtship, and met her mom, which is Janet Schaefer. You know, when she was doing the boyfriend background check, they you know, asked where I was staying, and you know, I gave them the rundown, and they said, well, do you want to come stay with us? And I did at 14, and all the way through high school. And then when I graduated high school, I had the opportunity to play baseball for the New York Mets and their minor league organization. And when I came back after my first year, the question was raised, you know, what are you going to do for those kids that face the same challenge as you did? So, you know, I came back home with my wife and mother-in-law, which is Janet, and, you know, I said, what would we do? If money wasn't an object, what would we do to change the lives every day of young people? And we came up with this plan of education, counseling, and mentoring. Making it a whole family event in a process to where you bring not only the kids, but their family, their siblings, and bring them into a program that allows them to succeed through love, education, help, strategies, and those types of things. And so that's how we started. Now we currently have K through 12 of 100 students that 86% have some type of learning challenge to overcome, which is a large number. The average in our county is 20% of most schools have learning challenged students. You know, and we bring the families in on that and change their academic learning styles and try to get them motivated through extra help and tutoring and challenging them in other ways that they may not have seen before. So that's kind of KLD. Now, the other thing is we want to do is counseling and mentoring. Right now we do about 300 hours a month between our staff of counseling and mentoring during and after school. So it's a big deal for us right now with these young people because
plus, and we add 1 mole of OH minus, are they going to cancel?
Their statistics. If we don't help them to learn strategies and overcome the issues that the world throws at them, we'll just pay for them later to incarcerate them. And that's the sad part. And but the nice part is if we invest now, we won't have to pay in later.
We teach to the Florida Sunshine State Standard, so our children that graduate here do get graduate with a traditional Florida diploma, as if they were in any school. We've just expanded what that is defined as. We think outside the box. So some of our beyond social emotional education, we do a lot of outside the classroom learning and in learning environments. So they've walked to Tallahassee before, and that was a combination of geography, history, and government lessons because they actually were on the Senate floor and were involved in the induction of Senator Herodopoulos as the president of the Senate. It was a really great learning experience. Some of a group of young men have kayaked around Merritt Island, and I think they've finished one side, which is 50 miles, and it's very empowering, and obviously the environment plays a great backdrop for education. So really try to take them out of the classroom to teach them that it's relevant, that if they're learning in whatever environment they're learning, they're going to go further in their lives, and that learning can be fun and empowering. And as long as they have basic skills, their futures are undefined, only by themselves, limited only by their own ability to dream.
I came here because I was getting too old for middle school, and I kept failing one class, and they kept holding me back. So my mom found an alternative school. She found this school.
And what has your experiences been like here?
It's been very good. I actually want to come to school. Ever since I came here, I've actually wanted to come to school. I'm more confident in the fact of doing my work. I actually want to do it because I know I'll get a good grade and I'll understand it more. The teachers are amazing. They actually teach me stuff. They actually care if I learn it. So it's good. It's a good experience.
I've been a student at KLD for 3 years. I'm a senior and graduating this year.
And what has your experience been like?
Pretty personal, actually. I've been one of the students who have kind of embraced the family thing involved here. The entire family, Deaton Schaefer family, has helped me out through so many things that I've needed. You know, we've gone through certain issues, and you know, they've always stuck by my side, always been there for me. And, you know, I've come and left school a couple times, and still they've each time, you know, openly accepted me back. You know, just pushed me and helped me from a family perspective on how important it is to finish school and stay.
I came here because the other private school that I was at, it shut down. I don't know why it shut down, but it shut down, so I had nowhere else to go, and I didn't want to go to a public school because I get in trouble and I had bad grades. So I decided to stick around a private school. So someone was telling me about this school, so I came. Oh man, my experience at this school has been awesome. Well, my grades are good. I've been doing really great. Like, there's this one goal that I really want to reach. Like, I want to do CSI. And it's not, if you tell them that you want to do it, if you tell Ms. Schaefer them that you want to do something and you want to stick to it, they'll help you. They'll push you to do it. And all you got to do is just do your work and participate in your classes, and then you'll be on your way.
Dancing with Brevard is not the only fundraiser we have. We've had Hometown Heroes before. We have golf tournaments. You know, the traditional things. Certainly, Dancing with Brevard is our signature. However, we're going to have another one that we're going to announce very soon. So it'll be fun. So you know, always looking like every other nonprofit in Brevard County and across this country, looking for ways to bring in the funds necessary to do what they've been called to do. For us, we've been called to service these at-risk children from K through 12th grade and beyond. We tend to service our kids for probably another year or so, helping them stay in college and get acclimated to that kind of independent living. So that's our niche, and there's other nonprofits that do other things. So we're all looking for what's going to get all those, that huge populace that Brevard County has, and to donate to us, obviously, is the key. So we believe Dancing with Brevard has just been an awesome event for us. We raise in excess of $200,000, and we usually clear, which is awesome, right about $200,000. So we're real proud of that. We believe it should be a $400,000 event, and we're hoping one day to cross that bridge and really make that the targeted goal number. So always looking for those sponsors.
Let's head to the Rosenshingle Creek Resort and Golf Center in Orlando, where Dancing with Brevard is held. You may know our special guest host, Dr. Stephanie Herodopoulos, from her column in Florida Today and her health segments right here on this show. But she was also the winner of Dancing with Brevard in 2010. And now she's going to bring us highlights of this year's fundraising competition.
Welcome to the 2012 Dancing with Brevard benefiting the KLD. I'm Dr. Stephanie Herodopoulos, 2010 Grand Champion, and today I'll be interviewing some of the guests, dancers, judges, especially Tony Devellani, one of the Dancing with the Stars professional dancers. I can't wait to speak to him. So sit back and enjoy yourself and watch the show. Today we have with us Tony Devellani, Dancing with the Stars, champion professional dancer, and he is an amazing man who has for 2 years in a row taken the time to come out and help these kids in need. So thank you so much, Tony Devellani.
It is my pleasure being here. These guys are so great. I think they do such an incredible job with this charity. They raise a lot of money and it goes to a great cause, so why wouldn't I support it?
Well, you have a big heart, and we all love you for that. And we all love your dancing. You are truly one of the most amazing dancers. In fact, he's won 2005 and 2006 World Rhythm Champion and U.S. Open, and the first American to win American Rhythm.
It was probably one of my most proudest moments in my life, because being an immigrant to this country, you're always trying to do something to pay the country back for being so kind to me, for giving me the opportunities that I've gotten. And when I won the world title, my dad and I shared a look saying, all right, we earned our keep. Now we are true Americans. So,
well, you truly are the American dream, coming here at the age of 15 from Yugoslavia at the time, which is now Kosovo, right? And you come here and you achieve the highest in your level, and your parents, I can only imagine how beaming they are. And tonight my daughter Alexis is dancing, and of course I'm going to be that beaming parent watching her. What advice do you have for the dancers?
A lot of times everybody always says don't be nervous, and I think that's actually quite the opposite. If you're not nervous, that means it's not important to you. So every performance I've ever done, I've been nervous, but I use that energy to give myself a good performance. In other words, I use the energy to focus myself and to really put it out there and enjoy myself. At the same time, the only people that know your routine is you and your teacher. So you could screw up as long as you're smiling. Nobody will know.
That's right. That's what I told her. Just keep that smile. What will you be looking for when you're judging the 15 contestants tonight?
Well, all 15, I'm sure, have worked really hard. So for me, I tend to judge and compare the positives versus the negatives. I don't look for mistakes. What I look for is who's going to move me the most. So whether it's through passion, through technique, through choreography, whichever one they've chosen to attack in that sense, for me, whoever's got all three tends to win.
I'm watching Dancing with the Stars. The children and I, every week, get on the couch and watch you and root you on, and we're your biggest fans. And we notice how patient you are with your students and how even-keeled your temper is compared to some of the others. And that is nice to see, and we love your choreography.
Thank you so much. I mean, a lot of times people will ask me, like, how do you stay so patient even when it's difficult? I go, well, you know, I always think of what would a 6-year-old that watches me at home think of me if I lose my patience? What kind of example am I setting for my children? What kind of example am I setting for all the teachers out there that teach? You know, they might look at me as a role model. So whenever you get on TV, you're setting an example. And I always think of that. So even though I may get frustrated, my frustration shows in a different way. I tend to be able to just put my ego aside, put my frustration aside, and focus on the person and realize that maybe it's because of their insecurities and they're not getting something, or it's just difficult. You know, I'm trying to put a routine together in 5 days and perform it in front of millions of viewers. It's difficult and it's nerve-wracking. So for me, I'm very understanding in that sense.
Well, we thank you for that, and we love your choreography. And next season, you're going to win. I'm putting it out there. We're putting out those good vibes. This is going to be the winner of Dancing with the Stars next season. I'm just feeling it. So thank you so much for being here and judging our ballroom competition, and we're just so blessed to have you here. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Good luck to your daughter, and I am so blessed to be here amongst all of you guys. And just, you know, keep supporting the Nice Foundation, because these guys do such an incredible job, and they really do give all these kids a future and a dream that they may be able to achieve. So look forward to coming here many years in a row. So.
Wonderful. Thanks for having us. Bye-bye. We're with Danielle Wilson and Dr. Diaz today, and you are one of the contestants. So tell me, what was it like training with Dr. Diaz and teaching him the dance?
It was actually very wonderful. He came to the table ready to work hard, and he seems to really enjoy having excellence in everything that he does. So he was a pleasure to teach.
I could see him being a perfectionist because that's the way he is at work. Yes. So tell me, how was your experience?
It's wonderful. It's a lot of hard work at a very good instructor, and we started off slow, and she built my abilities, and I'm very excited with the routine that we've created.
You know, I did it 2 years ago, and I loved the journey of starting from not knowing anything about dancing to just developing a nice routine, and then raising money for such a wonderful charity, and then ending up winning. I certainly hope that that's the case for you tonight, but if not, you know, just being here and raising money and being you know, part of this is just such an amazing event. What would you say about the journey?